All right, just to recoup what we've done yesterday, so I'll give you an idea. What we did, guys, is we went to the sheets, which is the drawings that we're going to do, and we did set up a 22 by 34, E1 through E10, and we named them. We wrote the project name, so I assume all of you guys know how to do that. If you forgot one day, Brian, after you leave and you say I forgot, don't worry. Well, what you have to do, go to my website. Everything that we've done yesterday is there. I have students, guys, in the past, they forgot certain things about the software. They called me, and you know what I did? Instead of bringing him here for an hour and walk him through it, I said, why don't you go to this presentation that we've done? At night, walk you through step by step how to set them up. That's why I do record all this. It really helps because there's a lot of software. It's not this one. And as we move on, you might forget certain things. If you're with me here, ask me. I know it. I can help you at any time. But if you move on, hopefully these recording will be helping you. Okay? So I have T1. We did T1, guys, yesterday, all the way into T10, T10, which is a detail, right? We set them up. We change everything. Remember how we changed the names and the addresses and all this stuff. Now I need a thumbs up, Chad, everybody at this point, right? Start Brian, Dead, Karen, everybody's done. Okay. Then, so that's the sheet that we're going to be printing. Then we're going to go to the views. And I told you guys, the sheets are the drawings that you're going to print. You don't work on them. The views are the model space. That's your model space. The sheets are your paper space, right? Like in CAD, the views are your model space. So yesterday, we went, just quick reminder here, we have different ways of doing it. We have lighting and power, okay, for views. Which one am I going to do to make a view? For power, and I'm going to tell you why. For power floor plan, we pick the power floor plan, right, this one, and we design it to do floor plan power. And the reason why I did floor plan power, anybody knows why? Because that will allow you to see the floor, and you put your receptacles and your equipment, right? That's why we did that one. And that's the view that we're going to be doing power. When I say go work on power layout, that's the view you're going to be working on. Then we did systems, same thing. It's the same layout. This is where we're going to put our systems. And then we did site, and this is where we're going to be putting our lights as well as our receptacles outdoor and light outdoor and so forth. Everybody's done with that? We did that yesterday? Cool. Then the only thing left in terms of views, the only thing, guys, left in terms of views is lighting. So minimize this and go back to lighting. For lighting, you have two options. You can make a view, floor plan view, or you can make a ceiling view. Did you guys hear me? What's the difference? Here's what we have done. We're going to, for lighting, guys, the way we do lighting in a commercial industrial building, we have a software. Visual, AGI, any lighting software. And you're going to do it, guys, with me. You will import the CAD into Visual, a different software. You will run a foot candle calculation into this building based on the criteria, lighting criteria that Halberg went through yesterday, and I will go over it when time comes. It will tell you the layout of your fixtures and the type of fixture that you're going to do. So it will show the layout of all these fixtures in Visual. We will export the visual layout into CAD. Now remember, we brought CAD into Visual. We did the calculation. We got the layout. What's the layout? Where the fixtures are going to be located and which type of fixture. We're going to export it back into CAD and import it into Revit. See how the monkeying around they're going to do? You're going to learn it. It's really nice, easy transfer. Now, when we import it to Revit, the layout of the fixtures, when you drop your fixture, the fixture have to be dropped in the ceiling, but circuited in the floor view. One more time. When we drop, see where it says floor plan lighting, E5, the only thing you want to do here is two things. You want to circuit, actually three things. You want to put your receptacles. You want to put, not receptacles, you want to put your switches. You're going to put, and you're going to circuit and tag, okay? But the fixtures themselves have to be under lighting. So I'm going to go lighting ceiling. Click on lighting ceiling, will you? Click on lighting ceiling, please. Lighting ceiling. I would like you to go rename this one. I'm going to go rename, and I would like you guys to continue with it. I'm gonna call it. I'm not going to call it floor. I'm going to call lighting. Name it ceiling. Lighting fixture. Ceiling lighting fixture. Ceiling lighting fixture. So what does that mean? And I'm not going to put any E next to it, because that's not what you're going to be dropping in a view. Ceiling lighting fixture. I'm afraid of putting any E and OK yet. So here's that one. Ceiling lighting fixture. Can you guys assure me? I will remind you too when the time comes that when we start dropping the lighting fixture from Revit families into the project, we must be in this view, because that will give you the elevation. When we drop our fixture in that view, then we move into this view, which is right above it. After we drop the fixture in the ceiling view, we put them in the ceiling, and the occupancy sensors, we have occupancy sensors too, right? Occupancy sensors, we put them in the ceiling. After we do that, we go into the floor view and we circuit them and tag them. That's what we're going to be doing. Am I making sense? Right? Anything in the ceiling, we're going to drop in the ceiling. Just drop. What's drop? Grab the family, bam, 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 put them there. Don't touch, don't circuit, don't loop, don't do anything. Drop them. When you see them there, move back into this floor plan. Go put your switches. You need switches there in the walls. Put your switches, tag them, circuit them. I'm probably not making sense, but you're going to see that one when we go. So ceiling only for dropping fixtures. Okay, so that's the first one. Let's go click on the ceiling view, and let's go like we did yesterday, crop that boy. Click on the crop. Can you guys see that crop region here? Crop region. Click on the crop. I'm going to go crop it. So I need to go crop this exactly like we did with everything else. I need to go crop it. And here you go. Now that's my ceiling that I'm going to be cropping. Zoom all on it, and now remember, this is just giving you the ceiling, so you can crop. Let's just well, we decided, let's just move it here and see what we can do. All the way to here and here. Okay. Everybody crop that view. When you're done cropping, can you guys see hide crop? When you're done cropping, please hide the crop region. Please hide your crop region. Okay, did you guys crop it? I need thumbs up from everyone that we did crop it. 1, 2, Derek and Karen, give me a thumbs up when you guys are ready. Okay. So what we did, guys, is we crop the view. Why do we have two views for lighting? I can't emphasize math this. We have two views for lighting because one view is going to drop the lighting fixture and another view we're going to circuit. Why do we have only one view for power? Because power, all the power are what? In the walls, not in the ceiling. If we have a piece of equipment power in the ceiling, by the way, what are you going to do? You have to go drop it in the ceiling. Okay? Ready? Let me see. There you go. After you crop this and you move it, let me go move that one. I would like you guys to right click on it and duplicate with details, and it will create an identical copy for you. I would like you guys to right click on the duplicate and rename it. And I would like you to rename it the following. Leave it 1 and call it ceiling, so you know it's in the ceiling. Low voltage systems. Low voltage systems. Okay, so what I have two ceilings. I have one ceiling I can put my low voltage, and this by any means, guys, there's so many ways of doing it. Now when it comes to my low voltage stuff, For example, you guys want to be, see that horn strobe here? You're going to be dropping a horn strobe in the ceiling. Could I have put the horn strobe in the with the lights? Yes, I could have. But let's just separate them. One view for the low voltage, one view for the lighting. If I have power stuff, guys, in the ceiling too, I can do the same thing. I have another ceiling for the same location. Do you guys know why I'm doing it in different ceiling? Because we're going to be turning on and off certain layers or certain families, turn them on and off. So that would be easy. In this view, I can turn all the light off when I'm doing low voltage, right? And in the low voltage, I can turn all the light off in the low voltage and all the low voltage off in the lighting in the lighting ceiling view. Okay, that's it. That's everybody is there. Can I have thumbs up from everyone? Good, 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 good. Okay, so these are the two views that we're going to be doing. All right, so we got yesterday. We haven't done that before. You heard Halberg said we're going to do an alternative. You guys remember that alternative? He talked about alternative. I haven't done it before in Revit, but you guys are the lucky group that you're going to do it this year because you're smart, sharp. So we're going to do an alternative lighting. How are we going to do an alternative lighting? Isn't that cool? Alternative lighting. Here's what we're going to do. The first thing for alternative lighting, guys, that we're going to do is we're going to put the lighting in. We'll probably put them in the ceiling. Let's go back into light. See that lighting here? Okay. Well, before I do that, let's go back to sheets. Go back to sheets. Click on sheets, will you? Right here, the sheets. I'm going to go create a new sheet for the alternative lighting. So I'm going to go. Remember how we did the sheets? We're going to create new sheets in new sheets. Synchronize with central. Yep. I'm going to call this sheet E5.1. Okay. Everybody's at this point. Can you guys see that? Do you remember how we picked a sheet that says my initials at the end of it, CSK, right? So I'm going to go grab the sheet D22 by 34 horizontal dash CSK. Your initials should be in it. Everybody saw that? And OK it. When you OK it, my friends, you got the same sheet. The first thing you need to do, it says E11. I would like you guys to zoom in on the E's, and I would like you, please, to call this is E. This will be 5.1. That's my alternative. I'm going to call it 5.1, the name of that. Don't forget to put the author. The author is going to be whoever done it for you, and the one who checks it is CSK, exactly like we did yesterday. The name of this, it's going to be, we're going to name it exactly like the other one, floor plan lighting. Right next to it, guys, floor plan lighting, and we're going to have an alternative. Let's say a alt, and so floor plan alt. Can you guys see that? So floor plan lighting alt, ALT dot. That will be my alternative. So when you're looking at this, can you guys fit the text? Everybody, the text fit for you? Floor plan. I think if you move it down, probably, can you type alternative? I bet you it would, wouldn't it? It would fit. This type alternative, it fits. Alternative. So let's get rid of then that one here and see if we can fit it in. There you go. That would be actually much better. Floor plan lighting alternative. That would be my alternative. Did I spell it right? Alternatives. Alternative for the lighting. Everybody got that one? Thumbs up, Chad. Cool. Okay, good. So now this is my lighting. Everything is cool. Now go here and zoom all. Zoom to fit. Zoom all to fit. Okay. There you go. So here's, and everything should be, if you pick the right one, everything should be the same with your title and everything else. Okay. Now we have. Can you guys see where it puts it? Right here? Floor plan lighting alternative. Here's the lucky ones that you're going to be doing it with your friend Chad. Okay, cool. So now, let's go and do one for the alternative. Now we're going to go, can you guys go to lighting? Go to lighting. Okay. Here's my my stuff here. And I'm going to go now. I need a view only for the alternative. Reminder, quick reminder that the alternative, if you guys look, it's the open office is going to have the alternative. I don't know if mine will drop. The open office, if I can see properly, it's going to be right here. This is my open office. That's my alternative. That's going to be the alternative that we're going to do for the open office. Okay? So we're going to be very creative now. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go duplicate this view and only zoom on the alternative. Let's do that. Let's go right click here, duplicate view, duplicate with details. So now I have an identical copy of it. Can you guys see that at the bottom? I'm going to go rename it like we did everything else, rename, and get rid of the copy. So that will leave it one. Floor plan lighting, and next to it is going to be alternative. And instead of E1 is going to be E11, E5.1 instead of E5. So you, ladies and gentlemen, you got yourself floor plan lighting alternative E5.1. When you're done, give me a thumbs up. Okay, good, awesome. I'm going to go erase. So now I want to remind you guys, this is going to be right in here. So I'm going to go crop the region. I'm going to go crop. Right? I'm going to go only crop and try to get as close as I can into this baby here. Okay? I'm going to try to get as close as I can. Let's go crop. And everybody knows why I need to crop it because it's an alternative. So let's go crop. Here's crop. Here's my crop region. Did I put my crop region in? Show crop region. Here you go. Okay. So I'm going to go, guys, and crop that. I'm going to leave it here, this point. I want to come... that's the best that you can get here. I'm going to go from this side here, and because I care less about this. The only area really I care is about right about here, right? And the only area that I care about is right about here. Okay, so that's the area, and I'm going to drag it slightly here too, and I'm going to drag it slightly here. So that's the area that we're going to do alternative for. Maybe a little bit here. So it shows the walls, okay? So that's the area that I'm going to have an alternative for it. I know the kitchen, guys, is not going to have an alternative. So we'll leave the kitchen. The area in between here is the common area that's going to have an alternative. Okay? Can I have thumbs up, Chad? We got it to look something like this. By any means, if you don't get it exact, come back at any time and adjust it, makes it look nice. That's what makes it a good designer and a good drafter and a not so good drafter. Okay, now we have an alternative. We have an alternative. I would like, everybody's good with alternative? We're done with alternative. Okay. We did all these views because we're going to drop them in sheets in a second. You're going to see how we're going to drop them. Now, the first sheet, so now we're done. I did views for the floor, views for the ceiling, for the alternative, for the site. Now I'm done with all these. Now I'm going to go take you guys into, so let me just show you where we are right now. So we covered these, right? And the alternative, floor system, right? Okay, up to here. We covered all these, right? We did site plan lighting, floor plan with alternative, floor plan power, and floor plan system. We did the views for all these, right? You guys notice that? I don't have the alternative here, but you guys, we created it now. So the question would be, Chad, I know these are the views I'm going to be working on, these sheets. Have you noticed in the other sheets, they still don't have a views? Okay, let's go to the title sheet. Now, what is your title sheet? Your title sheet is going to have two views. Now, remember what we did right now, when it comes to laying out your power and light and low voltage, they're done, which is E5, E4, 5, 6, and 7 plus the E5.1, done deal. All the others will have different type of views. Like I said, guys, yesterday, there are views, there are sections that you can drop. You can drop a view in a sheet, you can drop a section, and you can drop a drafting view. A view, a section, and a drafting view. For anything component-wise, like switches, receptacle, lights, low voltage, these are called views, sections in the building. For anything that you need to draft, you can draft, just doing draft. We call it drafting view. So just a quick reminder, what I'm doing right now is I'm going to do the sheet. I'm going to start with my sheet number 1. So what am I going to be dropping in sheet number 1, Chad? What am I going to be dropping in sheet number 1? So that's what we're going to be doing, views for sheet number 1. Okay. So for sheet number 1, guys, I don't know if you remember, I need a picture for sheet number 1. A picture, a nice picture. So can you guys go see where I am here? I'm going to go minimize the light. I'm under electrical, minimize, right under power. Do you guys see the 3D view? Everybody can see the 3D view? Can I have thumbs up, Chad, with you, 3D view? I like this view. And I'm going to drop this view as part, that's a 3D of the building. I'm going to drop this view. And again, remember, we can clean it up. We can clean this view in a second here. But before you do, I would like you guys to go right here. I want to duplicate this view, duplicate with details, okay? And right next to it, rename it. We know how to rename. And I'm going to go rename it. I'm going to rename this one. This is going to be title sheet. And E, title sheet E1. And I'm gonna before that one, because we might have other things, guys, under title sheet. We're gonna have another text not here. Okay, so that will be title sheet. And you know what? Just so we can remember, let's put 3D in front of it. 3D dash. So we know it's a 3D. Oops, 3D, Chad. 3D dash. Let's call it 3D title sheet E1. That's a 3D view going to be in the title sheet, which is E1. Does that make sense? The name, there is a reason why they call you Adam, and I'm Chad, so we can distinguish between each other. Names, guys, are so important when it comes to design. As you design, name it, and I'm not saying this is the best way of naming it, name it a name that makes sense to you as you start dropping it. Now, if you go drop this one in E4, I mean, you gotta be sleeping to drop this one in E4. Does it say anything about E4 here? Right? It says E1. So, see what I mean? Why the names, later on when you start digging into the project, there's a lot of things going on. It will remind you this is going in E1, right? Okay, so hit this baby, E1. So here's my E1. Now, that's the one that we're going to be dropping in E1. I would like you guys to VV now, hit VV. And do you see the imported category? Do you see the ECDM 2110 XREF Revit that we extracted yesterday? So go to VV, go to imported category. Everybody went there? Okay. Got it? Everybody got it? Just double type VV. It opens visual graphics for you. What I'm going to do, guys, remember that color stuff right there shouldn't be there. I'm going to clean it. So remember that file here? I don't want this file. That file here, guys, I don't want it. So go unclick it. Unclick the file and hit apply. One more time. You're going to go to imported category. Guys, when you go to these areas, please only unclick the one I asked you to unclick. If you unclick something else, it will disappear certain settings in your project, which is not a big deal, but it confuses you a little bit. What I have done, do you remember the layout of the names? Names that we did yesterday? I don't want it, right? When you bring anything from CAD, did I tell you guys when you import things from CAD, it will show it in every view. As long as it's set up, if it's set up the right way, it will show it in every view. So if you don't need that CAD file in that view, what do you do with it? The easiest way is go unclick it. Unclick it is equivalent to turning the layers off. That's what I did. Remember how we turned the layer off at math last time? That's what I've done here. I said, well, for the whole layout of the names of the building, I care less. Thumbs up, Chad. Everybody did that before I move away? Brian? Did? Karen? We did? Okay, good. So I'm going to go okay it. Do you guys see what happened here? Do you guys see the mess that was here was, what happened to the mess that was here? I don't know. Do you guys remember how it was messy a little bit before? I don't know if you paid attention. Now it's gone. It's clear. Nice picture. It's a nicer picture. Now you can render this later on. We're not going to do it now. And put a rendered picture. Here's a rendered picture. Can you see that? That's a rendered picture of the same thing that you're looking at, and put it in your desktop. For the time being, that's the one I'm going to drop as a picture into my desktop. Okay. So go, and you can crop it. You can crop this one. You can crop this view. But I like the view though. So it gives you the whole complete, like the whole area with a couple of trees and so forth. If you want to crop it, what do you do? Like anything else, Adam, you click on crop. I don't want to crop it at this side. If you decided to crop it and zoom in to make it better, but you can crop it. Okay, we have 3D. Now we have one view. It's going to be in E1. Okay. Okay. On the here, inside the first sheet, guys, sheet 1, you're going to have two things. You're going to have a 3D, right? And you're going to have a sheet, a sheet name or a sheet index, or we call it drawing sheets. Drawing sheet that lists all the sheets, right? Drawing sheets that list all the sheets. So for right here, everybody knows that right in here, when you guys insert it, you're going to put a nice picture, a name of the project, and right in here, all the name of the drawings, right? Dump them right into this view. Okay, so how do you type there? You're going to type things, right? Two ways of typing. You can start typing right in here, text here, or what I like to do is try to have something called drafting a view. So let's go. So we did a view. What's the difference? A view, guys, a view from a building. So you either cut the building at that level and you can see the floor and everything else. A drafting view is, as the name indicated, it's a CAD, a place where you can type, write, do whatever. It has nothing to do with the building. Did you guys hear me? The difference between a view and a drafting view. Okay, so having said that, let's go ahead and for drafting views, you're going to go to. Can you guys see, where did it go? Right here. So go to view, everybody say it there, and drafting view, everybody's good, right? Drafting view, view, way at the top, drafting view, everybody's there? Do you have that icon here? Should be under view. Click on view, double click on view. Okay, all right, where did I go here? Now view, sheet, 3D, create. Now I think I got myself into, all right, so let me see here, get out of that. Okay, expand that one. There you go. Expand. I don't know if yours is, guys, you might have to expand it. Click that little button, see how it expand it and collapse certain things in you. Are you there? Did you find it? So click on view. You should be able to see drafting view. Yes, no? Everybody else is good? You found it, guys? Drafting view? Yeah. Drafting view. Okay, all right. Hold your horses. So when you get to view, drafting view, go ahead and click on drafting view and stop there. Do you guys see that? So here's what we're going to do. Now I'm going to remind you, this drafting view, it's so important to give unique names for any view that you do, because that's going to help you understand where this view located. So guess what this is going to be? This is going to be in a title sheet. So I'm going to go name it title sheet. And I'm going to put right next to it E1, so dump proof, right? Title sheet E1. And next to it, it's going to be, so that's going to be in the title sheet E1. But you might have to bring other things in title sheet E1. So let's just give it another name. So it will be in the title sheet E1, but it's the name of this view is drawings sheet. Drawings. Okay, so I gave it a very unique name. It is going to be in the title sheet E1, and the name, what's going to be doing inside it is drawing sheet. Sheets. Let's do sheets because there will be an S here. Drawing sheets. Can you guys see? Look at the scale here. At this point, don't worry about the scale because you can scale it at any time. Don't worry about the scale. You can scale it. The views when you have a drafting view, it asks you what scale do you want it on, right? You can set it at any scale. I think the most, let's just put it from the get-go into, this is coming at 1. Okay, so this view in particular, guys, it's not one, there's nothing going to be into it. So what I would do, I just leave it at this, and if I need to change it, I'll change it later on. Okay, one more time. Everybody knows how to do that. Hit equal. Okay, and you got yourself a drafting view. Now, where the heck did it go? Where is my drafting view? Where can I find it, right? Here's the draft. Now you can start drafting and writing and doing whatever you want to do with it. But before we do that, I'm going to go find it. Can you guys go here? Drafting view. Can you guys see where it sits? It sits under these question marks, drafting views, and it sits right there. So everything that you want to draft, it will be coming right under drafting view. Did you guys hear me? Go under electrical, views. It's a views. They're all views. So they have to be under views, electrical, drafting views. Did they show up? Okay. If they didn't show up, then this is, your sitting is a little bit slightly different.
Yeah, under coordination.
Under coordination, where's coordination here? I don't, mine is set up slightly different. Okay. Okay, so we can get it to the drafting view. Okay. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. If you don't see it, go right click on it. Go click on it, guys. Go click on it, wherever you find it with the coordination. Click on it. Okay. And right here, do you see where it says discipline at the bottom? What does it say? Yours should say expand it and pick electrical. One more time. Go to the view, to the discipline, the property discipline, and click on electrical, and it will bring it to the electrical part. Can you guys assure me? Okay. So when you bring it, mine is already set. When you bring it to all the other disciplines, that view. So we're doing only electrical, so you can go, can you guys see we're here? Click on the view, wherever it is, and pick under discipline, click electrical, pick electrical, and off it goes. Did it work for you? Okay. Assure me, guys, when you're done, that's working. Brian? Did it? Okay. It will pump it up into a view. Please, mine is already set. If in the future, when you do a drafting view, and if you can't find it, how do you switch it to move to the electrical? Because it is electrical. That's how you, in the discipline, shift it to the discipline. Okay? It was under coordination for you. So if I put it under coordination, now we'll create a coordination view for me. I don't want that one. Okay. Everybody's good? Karen, are we good? Before I move to the second view. Okay. It's not here. Close that one. No, not here. Click somewhere. Here we go. The views is drag that one here. No, not this one. Go down here. Which says discipline. Discipline. Okay, views go up. So it went under drafting. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So we're good for drafting view. Drafting view. Okay. Okay, systems. Okay, so we got ourselves a drafting view. Sheets, we got our sheets and views and drafting views and all this good stuff. Modify. Um, okay. Okay. So let me see if that will work first. So, I can't remember. Copy this. Okay, no, it doesn't want to work for me. Okay, have to find the text first. All right, so we got ourselves the view. We'll get into the text in a second here. We got that view. So we have another view, drafting view sheet. Okay, we got the 3D. Now what we covered, guys, now these two views will cover the first one, right? Done. So now sheet, these will be done into the tile sheet. Now let's go to the symbols. We'll get back to them again, text and so forth. Let's go to symbols. Anybody can guess what the symbol would be? The symbols are going to be, all the symbols that are going to be, guys, is the electrical symbols. So in order to, remember the electrical symbols that we did in a residential project? We're going to do the same symbols, dump them in here. So how do you bring the symbol sheet from CAD into Revit? Okay, now let's go, before we do that, we're going to go do another view, go view, and drafting view. Everybody's there? View, drafting view. Got it? Click on drafting view. Do me a favor. This is going to be symbols. Symbols. And E, what was symbols? E2. Okay. So these will be symbols E2. That's all. What does that tell me? That tell me that this view is going to have symbols in it. Okay, did it show up under electrical or did it show up under coordination? Okay, go ahead and flip it again. Flip it to system, to electrical. Everybody knows how to flip it to electrical, right? Okay, so we got that one. Nice, collaborate. Okay, so we got that. Everybody got it? Okay, so let's go back to, so we got, did you guys get the view symbols? Go double click on the symbol view. Go to the symbol view and double click on it. Double click on it. Everybody got that? I'm going to go import my symbols. And then make sure you click on the symbols E2. Let's go import, insert a CAD file. Everybody's there? Make sure you're in this, and I want to go insert a CAD file, insert. Okay, now, where am I going to go? I'm going to go, guys, into dig in. I'm going to go all the way to commercial project. I think we have under design drawings. I'm not sure, design drawings. Did we bring CAD for you? I don't think we brought the sheet, though. Okay, so let's go get that one. So go to, see how I'm doing, guys? Go all the way to the instructor folder. So you expand here, and you go all the way to 2013 fall 2014. That will get you all the way to instructor folder. Everybody's there? Click on the instructor. Click into the commercial project. I think it's in the commercial project. Into the project itself, into CAD. Okay, and do you guys see the symbols? Electrical symbols. I think that's the one that we're going to be bringing. Okay, now. Tile sheet. Let me check now. I'm not sure. So let's see if it was the same one that we brought under residential. CAD. Is it electrical? Okay. No, I want this one though. Can you guys go? I'm sorry. My apology. Click on that. Do you see where the path is? Go under instructor, fall, residential, all the way to this. Can you give me a thumbs up when you are there? Can you see from there? Go to the residential one, into the project, until you find this file, that file. Did you guys find it? Okay, right click on it and copy it. Did you see what it did? Right click on it and copy it. Can you have thumbs up, Chad? We did. Right click, copy. Huh? The path? The path is in, I don't know if you have, you should be able. Instructor, semester number 3-1, fall residential semester. And you're going to go to ECDM 2140, electrical residential design project, CAD. Got it? Okay. Now, everybody copied it, right click on it and copy it. And then go back. Here's how you go back. Go back to this. Can you guys see that? To 2013 fall. That will get you all to all the projects. Right? Everybody get there. And then go to your team folder. Under the commercial project. Under the design. Under the architectural. And dump that. Right click and paste. Now I have my symbols in the right location. When you have multiple projects, you did the coordination for Mishad, right? That's the most important thing, guys, is to put them in. Why don't I want to keep him there? This is separate project now. So go grab things that you need from an older project and put them in the right location. I should put them under CAD even. Right now it just says architectural. Okay, can I have thumbs up, Chad, that we dropped that file before we import it? Could I have imported it from there? Yes. Why would I put it here? It's nicer. Okay, so everybody's there. Before I do import, so click on it and open. And zoom. There should be symbols. Zoom all to fit. Did you guys, if you can't see it, go zoom all to fit right here. Zoom all to fit. And you got yourself electrical symbols. Can you have thumbs up, Chad? We did. Everybody saw that one? Gentlemen, here you go. That's what you're going to be putting in E2. See how easy that is? Now, these are symbols, and we're using families. So they're Revit guys, and I only probably personally know 30% of Revit. Revit is very powerful. You could generate all these families and reports and find your, as we move on, you can generate a schedule from Revit as your symbols. Make it easy, make it simple. Our symbols for this particular project, guys, is going to be coming directly from CAD. They already built, what we did is we built most of these into Revit as families. So they're going to be very, very, I would say 95% this symbol will be okay. Okay. Everybody, you saw that one under drafting view? Everybody's good? Okay, well, gentlemen, we have just finished what's going to be in this symbol sheet. Okay? So go across that one. Where do you think we're going to go next? 5 minutes? Okay. Yeah, let's do that. I'm sorry. No, please. Okay. It's okay. Before I leave here, title sheet E1 drawing sheets. Here's what I would like you guys to do. Did you open that file? This file here? Do you have it open? This is in the instructor folder. You guys have it open? We're going to go copy it to expedite the process for you. This drawing sheets is going to be in the first page. So instead of typing it, and feel free to type it if you want, what I'm going to go, guys, give me a thumbs up when you guys open it. It's instructor folder. It should be in the instructor folder under the design project. There you go. So here's the path for it. I don't know if you can see. So should be commercial project, ECDM 2210, electrical construction design, work, scope, and schedule. And it's that one, the first one. Karen, did you get it? Open. Okay, loading. All right. It will ask you to open probably a read copy of it. Everybody got that? All right. Got it. Got it. Okay, second. All right.
That's an instructor and a commercial.
Yep. The scope.
Is it under 2110?
2110 and scope. And the first file. All right.
Wait, it's
Here
the first one, the final design build.
Final design build. Yep.
Okay,
Got it?
got it.
Karen? Got it? Okay, awesome. All right, so now do me a favor. Go to this to expedite the process. Highlight. You guys know how to highlight? Of course you do. Highlight it, right click on it, and copy. So these are the sheets that we're going to put in this, we're going to do setup for these sheets. So instead of typing, you go ahead and type them. Instead of typing them, highlight them and copy them. Thumbs up, Chad. Highlight, copy. You know what a good designer is? The ability. Come on, bud. The ability of a good designer, guys, is to maneuver between multiple softwares. You get that's you'll be able multiple software. Multitasking is great. So Brian, what we did is we opened this file. We copied these. This is under the instructor folder, in the instructor folder, right here. Instructor folder 2110, and the first ECDM 221 final design build. Yeah. Okay, so now we copied that one. Now I'm going to go directly into the title sheet E1 drawing. Can you guys click on that file? The drafting view. Everybody's there? Drafting view. Drafting view. Okay, cool. Yes, no? Okay. Can you guys see where it says text right here? Make sure you are in annotation. Click on annotation. Annotation and text. Did you guys get that? Annotation and text. Thumbs up, chat, so I can know when to move, when not. Okay, cool. All right, click on text. When you're holding a text in your hand, so click and open a window as big as you want it to. Now you have a window to have a text, right? You can go ahead and start typing, number one, or remember we just copied stuff. Can you guys see where it says paste here? Paste from a clipboard. Everybody can see that? Upper left corner. Everybody see that? Click on it, and ladies and gentlemen, you just got yourself all the stuff typed in here. Okay? Now let's go zoom all. Zoom to fit. Oops. Zoom all to fit. What did I do with my... I lost them. I don't know what I did with mine. All right, attempt 2. Paste. Oh, I think I was in. Must have done. There you go. Zoom all to fit. Did you guys get them? I was just monkeying around. Everybody got that? So do me a favor. Let me go close my email. It keeps popping up here. You can go ahead and type them. Close that. Double click on it, and now you can get rid of all these. Okay, so it was annotation. Should be able to get rid of. You should be able to get rid of enter. Yeah.
I can't get rid of that.
Yeah, I don't know what's the issue with it. Did it work fine with you? Okay, I think it's all right. We'll find a way of doing it. So I would like you guys to sheet. Is that how we did it this last time? I would like you to type Edo next to them, please. So start with the first one, E1, E, and how did we do that? E1. Yep, E1. and space, and then instead of sheet, E1 and then title sheet. That's how it's going to look like. And you can edit them, get rid of this. The only thing you need is symbol sheet here, right? And then the same thing, and then you do the rest, right? You come over here, and then that will be E2 and so forth. E2 and move on with the rest of them. E3. I'm leaving 2 spaces between them. Don't know why I can't. Okay, let me see here. All right, we'll get away. Format text. There you go. All right, so let me see. I think it has to do with the formatting the text. Let's come over here. Format text and none. Okay, one more time. This is how you get rid of it, guys. Go highlight the whole stuff, highlight everything, and go to format. Can you guys see where format text is? Click on format text and click on this icon here and say none. So there is no bullets, no numbers. Can you guys see that? If you hit none, it will get rid of all that number that at the beginning, number 1. Okay. I don't want to underline it. That's also had the. I think I underline it. I don't want to underline them. Here you go. No underline. Did we underline the first one? No. And then we can. Okay, sheet, title sheets. Okay, highlight them. There should be. You don't have any format here. Okay, see modify text. Do you see the word modify text? Okay, click on that one. You might have to double click on the text. Give me a second here. All right, do me a favor before you go. I think you should be able to also bold this, the first one, make it bold. The second one, I think it's bolding, isn't it? Bolding it. There you go. The rest of them, we don't want them bold. No need for bolding them, so they're all bold now. Unbold them. There you go. Looks something like this. And then we might have to adjust a few other things too. Okay. So why don't you guys work on that while I see my friend here. Okay. Let's go ahead and so we have our design drawings. You can see you can scale them here. Can you guys see the scale? So that's all what we need to do. I want to bring to your attention, guys. Now the risers. I'm going to leave the riser until the end. The risers, guys, I'm going to leave them, like I said, until the end not now, until we start using them. We will be using sections. We'll be using sections, okay? But we don't have anything to section. We don't have panels. The way we build the risers, can you guys see that panel here? First you go to a panel in 3D, then you create a section. We call it section. So I want to look at this panel right here. Then you see the panel in Revit. Then you put it in the riser, and you start connecting them with wires. Now, do we have panels in Revit yet? No. So we'll leave this one until the end. For the power. For the lighting riser, did you guys steal my throat here or something? For the lighting riser, these we can do them drafting wise. So I'm gonna go. So I said I'm gonna go do this one here. So I'm gonna go. This should be done here. Okay. So let's go ahead and go. Do me a favor. Go to View. Now click on View. Okay. View. Okay. Click on. Where's my view here? There you go. View. Can you guys see the drafting view? Click a drafting view. Save and synchronize. If it asks you, save and synchronize. Excuse me. When you see a name, we're going to name this one This is going to be, what did we say? We're going to have that one. This is, I'm going to call these low voltage risers right here. I'm going to copy the name so I can be ahead of you guys and paste it, see how we can expedite the process. And I'm going to call these low voltage systems risers, and I'm going to, between brackets, is going to be what was it, E7.1, so dump proof for your friend Chad. So he will know that this will be for the low voltage systems risers, drafting. So for the risers, for the drafting, Brian, we will be, everybody's there? Am I too fast? Cool. So low voltage system risers, E7.1. So now you have a drafting view where you can draft your risers in low voltage. Revit, guys, you're supposed to build the risers from Revit, but it takes a lot to design a low voltage riser in Revit and conduits and so forth. So anything you don't want to show a lot in details in 3Ds, it's easy always to draft it. Okay, everybody's there? Can I have thumbs up, please? Everybody's good? Good. Brian? Drafting view? Adam? Okay. All right, now we have my drafting view. If your drafting view guys shows under coordination, you guys know how to bring it back. Did it show under coordination? Can you go to flip it? You guys flipped it? Okay. Now, here's your low voltage system riser, E7.1. Cool. Now, you can do things here. You can click, you can draft certain things here if you want to and build it directly from scratch. We'll get into that one. Views in, okay, where was I? Looking for details. Okay, we'll get into that one. But you can draft it right in this area. Or, do you guys remember the low voltage that you did with Chad? Haven't had a chance to. I looked at some of them, but there's some changes. We'll change them. You're going to use the same drafting, the one that we did in CAD. We will modify them to match the commercial project, and we will insert them as a CAD here. At this moment, are we going to touch them? No. When we reach the point of working on risers, low voltage, we will go to the low voltage that you did in the commercial project, in the residential project. We will copy them into the commercial project first, then we will modify them, make sure they're good. Then we bring them into this low voltage drafting view. For the time being, we're not going to do a whole lot. Cool? So that's the drafting view. Okay. We got that. All right. All right. Let's go to one more thing. So let's go back into our sheet that we're sitting, guys. So we're done with this. Now schedules. For schedules, guys, I'm going to highlight it with a different color because that will be coming later on when you have your panels and when you circuited. You will have the schedules there, and all what you have to do is drop the schedules. Let me show you. So later on, here's all my stuff ready. Here's my schedules. Can you guys see where schedules are? When you run a skit, in order for the schedules to show up, two things must happen. You must drop a panel, otherwise it wouldn't show up. Then, three things actually. One, you must drop a panel. Then, you must circuit to the panel. Unlike CAD, Revit has some intelligence in it. If you circuit this lighting fixture to a voltage that's not rated for, it will tell you, are you knucklehead? I can't circuit it. Unlike CAD, where you can put a 240 across this 120 lighting fixture, and CAD wouldn't tell you much for the most part. So when we have the panel, we set the voltage, we set the amps, we circuit to the panel. Now we're done. Then you hit run schedules. You hit run schedules, And then after you run your schedules, it will populate schedules under that one right here. Can you guys see that? Then you can drop them into that sheet. For the time being, what we're going to do, we're going to hold off on that. So we're going to hold off on that one. Okay, so that's systems, manage. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing. I think structure still, okay, material, okay. Systems. All right, so let's go back to the second one, guys. I want to do. So we're going to hold off on that one until we reach that bridge. So then, equipment and lighting schedule. Equipment and lighting schedule. I'm going to highlight this with red. So we're doing this setup. Sheet E9, equipment, lighting, fixture, and control schedule. For these, I would like you guys, so that would be equipment, lighting, fixture, and control panel schedules. The best way to do these is to split them into 3 drafting views. We will have a drafting view for the equipment, lighting, equipment schedule, the lighting schedule, and the control panel schedule. So let's go do that. So, and then we'll leave them empty because we don't have much. So do me a little favor, go to view. Go to view, please. Everybody's at view. And when we go to view, let's go to drafting view. And go, I cheated, so I typed the stuff. I'm going to go have one view. I'm going to call this view, guys, E. What was it? Where were we again? E9. Thank you. It's there, Chad. Duh. E9. So before I do that, though, I'm going to call it equipment. Call this one equipment schedule. Okay. And E9. Equipment schedule E9. And then cut the rest of it. Okay, so here's what I call the first one. Equipment schedule. Equipment schedule E9. Cool. And hit OK. Now it's going to populate it right here. Now, Matt, if it doesn't show up, what are you going to do? You're going to go change the coordination to electrical. Next, another one. I'm going to call this one lighting fixture schedule. Lighting fixture. Lighting fixture schedule. Lighting fixture schedule. Did I spell that schedule right? Yeah, schedule. Lighting fixture schedule. And delete the rest of that. And hit OK. I have a lighting fixture schedule. Did you guys see that? And the last one we're going to do the same thing. Lighting fixture schedule. Oh, duh, Chad. Rename. I forgot. Rename. So it helped me. Thank you. E9. This is also E9. So what would that E9 mean? It tells you. It's going to be in sheet 9. You can see why it's important because when you look at it, this is going to be sheet 9. Thank you, Adam. Otherwise, where the heck did I put the lighting schedule? Where is it supposed to go? The last thing we're going to go, guys, gentlemen, lighting. Here you go. I'm going to go paste that one because I'm cheating. The last one I'm going to do is control panel schedule. Control panel. Actually, this is not control. Can you type lighting? It is a lighting control. Lighting control panel schedule. Lighting control panel schedule. Okay? And make sure it's E9. Thank you. And drop that baby. So it should look like this. When you guys are done with this, give me a thumbs up. Thank you. So we got these. Let's go look at what's left in that sheet. What's left in that sheet is details, right? Now details, I'm going to go highlight it. So before I leave this one, guys, I'm going to go make sure you copy it so you can expedite the process. Before I go and start the drafting, detail is a draft. It could be a draft or it could be also cut sheets, but we're going to do it as a draft. So remember the detail that you did, that nice trench detail? Guess what we're going to do? We're going to modify it, make it for the commercial, and we're going to dump it right into here. So for the Now, so let's go do that, and then we'll get back into that. Let's go again one more time. View, drafting view. This is going to be details. So this is going to be details, and it's going to be an E10 details, and you might, so details. So that I'm going to put all my details in one sheet and bring them here. Now, could I have done my details in multiple sheets and bring them in? Yes. For the time being, let's have one drafting view for details. When we do our details, like we done with symbols here, guys, remember how we did with symbols? We brought the symbols here. We're going to bring the details here, and then we're good to go. Okay, having done that, we have just finished setting up E1 through E10 in terms of the following, in terms of views and sheets. Paper space, model space. Paper space, model space. Now, what do you think we're going to do next? We're going to take the model space and dump it into the paper space. We set the model space, which is the views, the paper space, which is the sheets, right? You guys remember that? So now we need to marry the model space, which is the views, into the paper space, which is the sheets. So let's go do that. Okay, before I leave, can you guys assure me that, let's just quick review on the views. Here's my model space, the views. For your views, you're going to have drafting view, guys. You're going to be coming to drop these drafting views. We also have under lighting. We're going to have floor plan and ceiling. Anyone that has E in it must be dropped in an E. Okay? Then we're going to have the power. And under power, we have the E6 and E7. We need to drop them in E4, right? And under 3D, we have E1. Do you guys see why I dropped the E's? Because that will help us marry the views into the sheets. Let's go do that. Let's go marry the views into the sheets. Any question, guys? Everybody's good with the views? All my views, drafting views are there, as well as a section, as well as views, which is views of building. The only thing that's missing right now, anybody knows what? Section views. Section views, we'll do them, guys, later on. So the only thing that we have not is panel schedule, because they're coming, and riser, power riser, because we do it with something called section views, and I will do that one as we reach, because I don't have anything to section yet. Okay, let's go. Now we need, what do we need to do now? Marry the views into the sheets. Let's go do that. How many times did they say is to go do that? Go to the sheets. Let's start with sheet number 1. Click on sheet number 1, will ya? Here's your sheet number 1. Okay. Everybody has sheet number 1. Double click on sheet number 1. Right click, double click, right click. Do you see sheet number 1? Okay, now we're going to go add a view. Can you guys see where it says add a view? The second from the third from the top. Everybody can see? That's how you marry the two together. Add a view. So let's go. Click on add a view. When you open the add a view, it gives you every single view that you have done. Okay, let me walk you through. Here's the 3D view at the top, all the 3D views alphabetically, all the drafting views, all the section and elevation if you need to, and all the floor plan views. Can you guys see the floor plan views? All the reflected ceiling views. Can you guys see that? Now, anybody can remind me, I'm in the sheet number 1. What should I, by the way, if you forgot, can you guys see why it's important now? It says E1, so if you, it's dumb proof. If it says E1 in it, what do you need to do? You need to drop in E1. And you can only drop the view once. The minute that you drop that view, it will disappear from this list. Okay, so that's the first one. Add view to sheet. You're holding that view in your sheet, so here's your view. Look how big and nice and fluffy your view is. Right? Did you guys get that? Did you get the same thing? Right? So what are we going to do? Too big. So you go right underneath it. Can you guys see right underneath it? You see that the view now has been added to the sheet. Double click on it, and I'm going to go scale it down. I'm going to go scale it. You see, double click on that one. You're going to scale it. So what was it? 1/8. Let's go. Let's start 1/4. I don't know if 1/4 will get it. 1/4 is still. They went up even more. Going the wrong direction. Okay, so we're gonna go. I can't remember what's the scale. Oh, we're going. It's the scale that we plot. We are onto the sheet. My sheet. One and 112. 1 and 112. I think it's 112. Okay, so I should have done that. Okay. So 1.5 to 1. Can you guys try that one? 1 and 1.5 to 1. And my sheet. Where did it go? Oh, that's. I think I'm losing it here. Okay. So we're going the wrong direction. So let's go into 1/16. Oh boy. There you go. 1/16 is right in here. So let's see 1/16. Double click on it, getting closer. I don't know how small I can get it. That's a small, and we might have to trim it. Okay, so here's your view, guys, and you can put your view right. Can you guys see? I put my view right into my paper, but took the whole paper, right? So what I can when to do, we can what else are our options? So here's my view. Can you see? That's the scale that we did it. I can custom the scale if I want to. Okay, 1/16 to a foot. Let me see what options do I have. Ratio. 1 to, I don't know, 1 to, okay, let me see if I custom it. 1 to 20.
What do you go like 1/32? That'll give you room to put in
Is it?
the other stuff.
1/33. Okay, so where did you find 1/32? Okay. All right, here's my stuff. Okay, thank you. That's a good one. I knew one of us is awake. Okay, so here's my view. 1/32. Grab that one here and oops, and can you guys see that line that comes with it? Click on the line and move the line away because I don't want to see the line. One more time. There's a line that comes with the view. So here's my view. Situate your view right in here slightly. And it looks like what did we say? Again, 1/32 to 1 is perfect. Drop that one. Perfect. So now here's my view, sheet 1. Let's go insert another view. And you might have to move it. So the second thing I would like, guys, here is click on the sheet. Make sure the sheet is clicked on. Everybody drop that one and scaled it. Well, I might have to. Okay, now right click here, add another view. Add another view. Now the second view that I'm going to add, guys, is E1, where was it? Drafting, right here. Drafting title sheet E1 drawing sheets. Can you guys see that? Drafting view. Let's see what a mess we're going to end up. Here's I'm holding that one in my hand here. I'm going to go put it right in here. That's not bad, huh? See where it comes? The scale is good. So here's my drafting view. Here's my sheet that you guys designed, right? Can you guys see them? Now, do you see, Matt, do you see that line, that section line? Is it bothering you? Yeah, it's bothering me. So what you need to do is go click on it, make sure it's blue, and drag it outside the parameter of the printing parameter. So can you guys see what I did? I dragged 2 of these section views outside the printing parameter of this page. Everybody can see that? Can you guys give me a thumbs up if you see what I see here? You drop the view and you have the sheet. Okay? Okay. Now the last thing I would like to have a title, guys. I would like to have a title. Before I go there, I need to go check that you guys are all the same page, please. Because it doesn't do me any good to keep moving. And when you click on it and highlight it, well, actually, before we do that one, click on the text. Can you guys see that text is 1/4 here? Let's see if we can change it from 1/4 into other things. If you go, this is smaller, the other option, so I can change the text from right here. I can make it 1/4. Can you guys see that? Or I can, everybody can see that. Or I can make it a 3/38, which is smaller. So let's leave it at 1/4. I need it more than that. So what do? Here's what you're going to do. And this is what I'm going to say right now, guys. It's so important because the students screwed up many times. Okay, so what I'm going to do, and you can change top, bottom, left orientation of that text. Can you guys see that here? But the size is wrong. The first thing you need to do when the size is wrong is click on edit type. Everybody can see edit type here. Edit type. Click on edit type. Okay, hold your horses. Before you edit the type, if you hit edit type and change, here's the size. Can you guys see the font size here is 1/4? I can go change it to bigger, 1 inch. But if you do this mistake, it will change the text everywhere you use it. So you're going to go back to your, for example, if you used it for the drawing sheets, you'll see them that big. So please get into the habit. When you edit the type of anything, a text, a lighting fixture, a switch gear, any type, before you edit, you need to duplicate. Clone that boy. You need to duplicate it. When you duplicate it, it becomes unique. Whatever you do, you just basically make it a whole completely different thing. Okay, see where it says duplicate here? Everybody can see that duplicate? Duplicate. It will tell you, you want to duplicate this one? Yep. Give it a unique name. So let's go, we're going to call this one title sheet. Title sheet, right? Title sheet. Just call it title sheet. So when you see it, it's going to be the title sheet, in the title sheet. And just to make it clearer, even put E1. E1. This is just for you guys, so you know what you're doing. This is title sheet E1. And even I will make it even clearer because there's others. I will call it name, or project name. I'll just say project name. I'll say project name. So every time I see it, if it asks me to, do you want to edit it? I say, oh boy, that's I did for a title sheet. Maybe I shouldn't mess with it. Okay, hit OK. Now you got yourself a title sheet to play with. Okay, now I'm going to go change this one. Let's go change it to an inch and see. I can't remember what we did last time. I'm going to change it to an inch. You can change the type into Arial black. So makes it black, the type. An inch. You can bold it. Put bold on it. Can you guys see that? And changing Arial black, bold. Let's see how it looks like after we do that. Okay. Can you guys see that? Everybody can see how it looks like. Now you can expand your stuff and guess you got yourself a commercial. Did I spell it right? Commercial project. Always watch for my spelling. You guys see how nice it is? Now every time you see this type of this text, you should be able to only, if you want to edit this text, click on this text. Now you can see here text, title sheet, E1 project name. Hey, Chad, dumb proof. Don't mess with it. Right? Can you guys see that? I want to bring to your attention, did you see anything happen to this sheet? Look at this type of text. This is called viewport. Viewport, right? We're using a viewport one. A completely different text. Okay? Can I have thumbs up, Chad? That's what we did. Now, if you want it bigger, nicer, different text, you can expand it. You can, it's horizontal alignment. You can centralize it. I believe you can put it here. Center. Can you guys see that? You can center it. Did it center it? You might have to grab it first. And I think it did center it. Did it? You can adjust the text in any way, shape, or form you want it to. Remember, it's going to look something like this. And grab it. Now, horizontal. Right now, it's tilted to the left. I'm going to put it in the center. Click on the center. Why is it not doing it in the center? I don't know. should do. Oh, here you go. So you highlight it one more time. So if you want to put it right in the center, first drag your box as far as you can go. Okay. Then highlight the text that you want, and then right at the bottom here, pick center. That will center that text. Can I have thumbs up, Chad? We know how to manipulate. That's how you manipulate text. Center, align to the left, to the right, to the bottom. Exactly like Word document, right? Do we sound like Word document? Is that what we do in Word documents? Word, Microsoft Suite? Okay. Do you guys see that one here? Oops, click on, oh, here we go. Oh, that one I can't, you can't change this text here. Can you guys see this text? I can't change it here. Anybody knows why? Because it comes as a view. So if you want to change this, like for example, I would like, can you guys go to drafting view here? And let's go see if we can make this one a little bit more interesting. That's the only option that I have. It's called text. Bottom, what else do we need to do? I can bold it, but if I bold, it says black here. Yeah, so if you want this one, for example, I always like this one to be like bigger in size than the rest of them, right? So here's what I'm going to do. Okay, did I go too fast, guys? Here's the sheet. Let's go down to the drafting view so we can edit a little bit of text here, right? The title sheet. Duplicate text. Let's go duplicate this one and just duplicate. Let's make it 2, Arial 2, okay? I want to make the Arial 2 half instead of an inch, a half. I want to make it bold, and I want to make it black like it says here, Arial black 2. It looks nicer, and okay it. Oh, it did the whole thing though. So let me see if I can put this one into this, okay, and the rest of them, I want to put the rest of them into the second one. I don't want that one. The rest of them, I want to put it in Arial. There you go. Oh, it didn't allow me to. I thought it would allow you to do. Oh, interesting. Why it's not allowing me? It changes all of them at the same time. Interesting. Do you see what I mean? Trying to get that one. Missing something here. Do I have to duplicate? I wonder if I have to duplicate. Did we duplicate? I thought we did duplicate it though. It's because it's coming as a one text. Ouch. Okay, let's do that one. All right, there's a couple of alternatives for this. What you can do, guys, you can delete this one, that top one, and type it there at the top and use it on a different text to make it better. I don't know. I have to think about it. Anybody came up with a way we're changing that one? I think it's coming as one text, changing everything, even when you duplicate it. All right, we'll leave it like this and we'll keep working on that one. An alternative would be to delete this and right to the top here type and have another different text, completely different text, and you can manipulate that text. Okay, and we'll do that one as we move on here. Can I have thumbs up, chat? That's how my sheet looks like before I start the second one. Cool. All right, this is E1. Let's go to symbols. Click on symbols, will you? Click on symbols. Right click. Add a view. Add a view. Synchronize with central. Yes, Chad. Add a view. The same thing. We're going to go add a view for each one of them, guys. Add a view. Add a view. Come on, come on. Okay, now the view that I want to do in E2 should say E2, so it's dumb proof. It's called drafting view symbols E2. Now, how dumb is that? I mean, it's just, so click on it, double click on it. So click here. Look how big and fluffy and fat that thing is. So it's huge. So let's go to, because it's a huge, can you guys click underneath it and try to do some sizing business here for it? Let's see, symbols. I can't remember what the size that we use here. There you go. I use 1/8 and it looks like it's working good. 1/8. Can you guys use this? Okay, here you go. Use 1/8. It looks like it's working good. Okay? So do me a favor. Click on the drafting view. Adam, I want to pick on you. When you want to scale a view, drafting view or a view, guys, you cannot scale it from the sheet. You do have to go to the view itself. The view is right always underneath that sheet. So if you double click on the view, now you're in the view, change the scale into 1/8. Did you guys change the scale into 1/8? Can I have thumbs up? Yep. Good. And then click on it here. Now see that line that bothers you? Grab that line and move it outside the printing parameters. Gentlemen and ladies and gentlemen, you got yourself your sheets in. You might not see them, they're there, your symbols and so forth. We can go adjust them, change the color and so forth. We'll get into that one as we go. Okay, I need thumbs up. Brian, input. Karen. Okay, hold on. Okay. Now, we'll hold a second until while Adam is working on it. Can you guys, Adam, can you see how now we start sticking things under these sheets? Every time you go under each one of these sheets, that will tell you, hey, these are the views that you intended to work on, right? It will tell you and give an idea that these are the views that you intended to work on later on, right? Okay, Adam, good. I might have to. Okay, let me see.
Let me see, right there, but I can't move it. I have to go here, and it's right here.
What's the scale?
1/8.
Okay. All right. Okay. Here's your good here. So if I come over here, okay. Did you explore it?
You gotta click this one right here.
No.
You can move it from that one.
Yeah. Here's two more from sheet. Somewhere in there. There you go. Now double click here. Where's your sheet? There you go. Okay. We'll go do the same thing again. Yeah, it just got goofy. And then I'm going to grab that line for you. That line at the bottom. Right on the money. Okay, let's go next. Symbols. Power riser. Now, Karen, for a power riser, we're going to pass. We're not going to do it now. We're going to do sections. Go down to the site view. Right click on the site view. E4, add view. Go all the way to the view that we designed for it. It should say floor plan 1 and E4. It should have an E4 right here. Floor plan 1, site plan. Everybody can see that? Double click on it. And you got yourself a view. There's one little problem though. What's the scale on that baby? The scale is screwed up. So do me a favor, the scale that works is 338. Drop it. Can you guys see that? It's not fitting, right? So we're going to go right, expand this one right underneath it, click on this, and go change the scale to 338. I'm sorry, 332. Was it 332? Everybody change it to 332. Go back to double click on the drawing itself and drag that boy and put it in here. So that should fit. Okay. Slightly this way. Okay. Can I have thumbs up when everybody's done? One more time. The view, it should be, the scale is 32nd, and the view, you should have a view like this. Can I have thumbs up, Chad? Done, done. Brian? Adam? Kieran? We're good? You reload? I didn't hear you. You reloading? Okay. to E4, E5, will you? Click on E5, right click, click on E5, add a view. Let's go get you your view that you did for E5. Should be one of these floor views. E5 is right here. Can you guys see? Floor plan view. For this one, the scale for these, can you guys see when you drop it? I think it should come up to scale is 1/4. The scale that we did for that one is 1/8. So drop it, check, expand it, double click on it to make it 1/8. Yep, that's the scale that we're going to be using. 1/8, and drop it right into the center of the okay, so that's why, and make sure it says E5 on it. Go all the way to E5.1, double click on E5.1. Now I'm repeating myself, guys. I'm going to go a little bit fast. Add the E5.1 right here. I don't know what the scale for this one because I've never done it. We might have to scale a little bit up. We should be able to. So scale it. So is 1/8. A quarter? Okay, you try that one. Let's do a quarter. Is it tight? Okay. Okay. There you go. So here's the view that we did, guys, for this particular one. A quarter. So the E5.1 use a quarter on it. Let's go to E6. Right click on it. Add view. You should you see the one that see a floor plan view. Derek, do you appreciate right now when we put the E's next to them? Make it easier to drop that view. The same thing, it should be click and drag it and put it right here. And I know, guys, you probably would have dragged it to center and so forth, but for the time being, just drop them here. Let's go. So this is E6. Let's go to E7. Add view. I do have an E7. Can you guys see every time? Brian, do you see that every time you add a view, it disappears from the list? Can you guys see that? Every time you add a view, it disappears from this list, right? Thanks God. So it doesn't confuse you more. Click on it, down click, and here you go. Here's my second view, and give all the way. Low voltage risers. For low voltage risers, I'm going to go, guys, directly into, we did a low voltage add view. It was a drafting view. And add my drafting view. Oops. Empty view cannot be placed on a sheet. Okay, all right, so we can't, it's empty, there's nothing in it, so leave it. It doesn't allow us to do. We will wait until we put things in it. Okay, panel sheet, guys, same thing, empty is going to stay the same. Equipment, I bet you if you go for the equipment and you try to add any one of them, it will tell you empty, isn't it? Add view, it's empty. So don't add them because they're empty, nothing in them. It says, are you knucklehead? Wait until you put something in them. Okay, so we'll leave them alone. Details, I bet you the same thing. When we do the details, we're going to go right click, add view. Here's my detail, right? If we have something in the detail, it should populate it right in here. Cool? I guess that it doesn't allow you to drop because you can't scale it. If you don't have anything there, you can't scale it, you can. Can I have thumbs up, chat? We know fully how to do this project. We see the big picture. Can you guys see the big picture? Am I the only one who's excited about the big picture? Okay, so I can't emphasize. Now you guys see how the views are attached to the sheets. Paper space, model space, and we have a views that are connected together in CAD. We have views and sheets, and we grab the views and we put them in the sheet in Revit. Very similar. Concept is similar. You can tell that the people who designed the two softwares are the same thinking of people. Yeah, more intelligent. Yeah, there is no extras. You're no extras. Everything, all the views are inside the same model. Now, all the views that you were looking at, unlike XREF, where the XREF was in one file, and when you XREF the background, that was the views into another file, two separate files. These are all in one big file. But the concept, you see the concept linking versus XREFing. Okay, I'm going to minimize these sheets. Can you guys go minimize sheets? If you have a plus next to the sheet, this will indicate that the sheet has been populated with things. Can you guys see that? If you have a plus next to it, it gives you an idea that the sheet has been populated with something. We are ready to go, guys, for the project. Now, what I was hoping, so we got these, we got the sheets, we designed the sheets, we designed the views. Can you guys see all the views are here? So when I ask you next week, when we start doing these, guys, I would like you to start the power layout. So our first assignment for the project, actually next week, we're doing risers and load calculation. So we're not going to do a lot of Revit, but you can start. We're going to do one line riser. I'll walk you guys how to do the risers later on. And then the first time I'm going to touch Revit is going to be floor plan power. So I say, okay, today we're going to have floor plan power. What I expect you guys to come to electrical, you're going to go floor and first floor power, click on it, and here you go. We start our working business here. Okay? We start our working business here. Okay, do me a favor. Go to floor plan power E6, please. Okay. The view. By the way, you can go to it in two ways. Adam, you can go to it right directly from the views, or you can go to the sheet. Sheet E6. Can you guys see that? You can go to sheet E6. Here's the view and double click on it. There are two ways of reaching it. So if you're working on E6, all what you have to do is just go to E6 and you'll find it there if it has been dropped. Okay? Or I rather go right here so you know where you are in the views. Okay. Now, gentlemen and ladies and gentlemen, when you now when you're here, so now we have the views, we have the sheets, time together, everything is cool, everybody's happy. There's one concept equivalent to turning the layers on and off. When you guys are dropping lights and low voltage and receptacles in the model, they will all show in every view. Did you guys hear me? When you do the lighting system, low voltage system, security, phone, data, as well as the power, they will all show in every view unless you tell them otherwise. That's equivalent to the layers that we were turning on and off. So let's go to E6. And I want you to tell me, guys, what do you expect E6 to do? It's called power layout. Do you expect to see lights when you go there? Do you expect to see lights? How about low voltage? I need to go turn them off. Let's go learn how to turn them off in the views. Turning off things is in the views. Now, when you are there, double click on it. Everybody's there. Can I have thumbs up before I move to the next step? I want you to VV. Type V and another V. Okay. When you're here, welcome to the visibility graphic. That's how you turn things on and off so they can be seen or not seen in this particular view. Have I made myself clear, guys? In this particular view? Okay. So I would like you guys to look at start with the visibility. You see all the items in this view. For example, they're alphabetically. So they say areas. Do you want to turn the areas off? You know what you have? Can I get your attention for a second, guys? If you start unclicking things here, your project will disappear. So if something disappeared from your view, the first offender is the VV, visibility graphic. Okay, let's go through them. Do I need the aerial to show up? Yup. Cable trays? Yup. Ceiling, leave this one column all the way. Let's go to look at can you guys see what it says communication devices? What do you guys think? Do you want the phone data? So unclick communication, will ya? Unclick only communication. Everybody saw that? Okay, keep going. Conduit panels. I want the panels. Curtain system. A lot of this stuff, guys, is coming from the building itself, so we don't care too much about it. Doors, blah, blah, blah. Leave the default as is. Electrical. What is that? Oh, thank you. There's data devices. Thank you. Everybody can see what data devices. Unclick that one. By the way, if you left it, you will know about it. You know, you will know about it when you start laying out. You'll see them there. You just come over here and turn them off. These are, man, equivalent to turning off your layers or freezing them. Remember how we freeze? Actually, it's not turning them off. It's freezing them because it's freeze them in this view. Okay, so now data, freeze this. Turn them off. Okay. If I miss something, will you bring it to my attention? Electrical equipment. Electrical equipment, guys, we leave it. That's the panels and the schedules and so forth. Here's one weird name that drove me nuts when I started using Revit. They use the word electrical fixtures. They use fixtures, get used to it. They use fixtures to describe a receptacle. Fixtures to me is like a lighting fixture. So you have to get used to when you're looking for a receptacle or a switch, they call them electrical what? Fixtures. So do I need the electrical fixture here? Yep, I need the electrical fixtures. So leave the electrical fixtures here. I don't want electrical fixtures. Electrical equipment, leave them. Fire alarm. Can you guys see the fire alarm underneath? We're in the power. Do we need the fire alarm? No. Unclick the fire alarm. Keep going. If I miss something, let me know. HVAC zone. We don't use a whole lot of HVAC zone. Leave it. How about lighting devices?
What about the furniture? Do we need that?
Good point. Very good point. Do I need to see the furniture? When we print, we remove the furniture off. So let's go. It's nice to see it here. I like to leave it while we lay out the receptacle so we know where things are located. After we lay out the receptacle and we print, we can go clean. Do you see what I mean? Because now you know where the desks are, where the seats. So it helps you kind of orient your equipment. I like to leave it until the end. But later on, we'll come back to the furniture and delete it. HVAC zone, we're not doing much with HVAC. Lighting devices, you know what they call it, lighting device? The switches. So do we need switches with power? No. How about lighting fixture? No. Unclick. Line mass, mechanical equipment. Now, mechanical equipment. Interesting. Click the mechanical equipment, will ya? Click the mechanical equipment. It's unclicked. We're going to be dropping air handling units. And if this is unclicked, the air handling unit will not show. It's a mechanical equipment, so make sure it's clicked. Everybody's following with me, guys? Yep. Brian, Karen, everybody's following? Okay, click that mechanical equipment. Nursing call devices, we don't use it, leave it. We're not using any of them. But you typically will unclick it if it's not there. Parking, blah, 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 pipe, all railing, ramps, whatever. Roof. We're going to see roofs. We're going to be... Okay. You all the way down to security devices. Where are we here? Special system. Did I right here? Thank you. Duh. Don't you know your alphabet, Chad? That's what my daughter will say. Security devices. Thank you. I want to bring to your attention, Brian. This is also where you can turn certain things from the model. Not only the electrical, you can control to turn the doors off, the windows off. So be careful what you click on and click here. Furniture off. So typically we mess with we are electrical. We are supposed to only mess with the electrical stuff. So don't try messing with everything else and disappear. That your project will disappear. Like remember how the layers we were turning them off. All of a sudden the background is off and you have no background. Okay, so what else did I miss? Did I miss anything, guys? Sites, base, sprinkler, stairway, all the way to T. Good grief, you're so fast. There's telephone devices. Okay, that's all. So when you're done with this one, hit apply and okay. And you have just adjusted this view for what? You have just adjusted this view for power only. Did you guys hear me? Okay, let's go to the one underneath it. Floor plan 7. Okay, same thing. VV, floor plan 7. VV. Let's go start from the top. This is low voltage. Do you think I'm going to leave the communication devices? I hope so. Communication devices, leave in the wall. Keep going, keep going. What else did I forget here? Electrical equipment. Do I need to leave the electrical equipment here? Leave them for now, but later on we might come and turn them off because there is panels that might be labeled as electrical equipment. So leave the electrical equipment here. That's your panels. Electrical fixtures, the switches, the receptacles, and so forth. Do you want to see them here? Let me tell you why I like to leave them for a while, guys. Because when you're putting your phone, you're putting your phones here. Don't you think you need to know that there's a receptacle next to it? At least know what you're putting it in. So I would leave them for now. I'd leave them until I put all my stuff And then what do? Turn them off. Did you guys hear me? So that will help you orient your stuff. Leave them. Electrical fixtures, keep going. Fire alarm, leave fire alarm. What else did we miss here? There was security system devices, leave them because that's low voltage. Lighting, did I spill, did I miss lighting?
No, kind of the same lines with
Okay.
the device, with the power devices.
Okay, now lighting fixtures, do I care? Oh yeah. Lighting fixtures, guys, when you put the occupancy sensors as well as the horn strobe, do you really want to know where the lighting fixture so you don't go put that thing at the top of it? Don't you think it's a good idea? So leave this one. What I would do, guys, I would leave it, but what I want to bring to your attention is when you lay out your stuff and you see all this, you can go there and turn them on and off. So let's leave it for the time being. Devices, I don't think devices need. Unclick the devices here. And you know what? By the time you unclick the lighting fixture, I'm going to tell you why. Because the lighting fixture, guys, they're going to be in a different view anyway on the ceiling, not here. So unclick them. I don't care to see them here. Unclick the lighting fixtures. Okay, did we forget anything, Adam? You keep me on track here. Now remember, at any time, if you forgot something, Matt, what do? You can come here and adjust it. Okay. The site, guys, will have everything on it, so we're not going to turn anything on the site. So let's go to, so that's my, let's go to lighting, click on lighting, and let's go to E5 lighting, E5 lighting. That's what another one I want to clean, E5 lighting, E5, VV, and let's go clean that baby. Do I need to know where the communication device is? For this one, no. Unclick the communication devices. Electrical fixtures, yes. How about electrical equipment? Yes. Electrical fixtures, the switches. Nah, really. Is there any correlation between the receptacle and the switch location? Not a whole lot. Fire alarm. Do I need to know we're doing lights? No fire alarm. What else did they forget here? Lighting fixture and lighting devices. Do I need to know the lighting fixture and lighting devices? You'd hope so. What else here? Mechanical. Do I need the mechanical equipment for lights? Not really. So they're not going to be here. Security system, unclick. And I think the last thing is phone system, right? Did I miss anything? Okay, unclick and out. Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, that's how you clean, turn things on and off.
Telephone devices on the phone.
Did they leave the telephone device? No, I got them at the end. Telephone device got, because we're doing lights here. Okay? We're doing lights. Okay, so the last thing I want to do, guys, before I let you go, now we're ready to work. We're ready to work. Now, I say, Matt, go do power layout. The first thing, Matt, you're going to do is go to power and double click on floor plan power E6. Everybody do that, will you? Brian, are you there? Karen, go guys to floor plan power E6. Okay. Now I'm gonna lay out receptacles. Okay. I'm gonna go when you start laying out. Can you guys see? Are we architectural? No. Are we structural? No. What are we? We're called systems. Click on systems. That's where we're gonna start. Under systems, guys, do you see where it says electrical? Highlight this. You're going to see wire, cable tray, conduit, panel conduit, blah, 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 all the way to electrical equipment, devices, and lighting fixtures. Devices. Here's your devices. So look at your devices. Click on devices. Okay, I'm clicking on devices. Now I start laying out stuff. When you click on devices, did you see what I did? First, you pick the category that you want to be looking at. Now you're looking at devices. Now under devices, here's the devices they come here. Click on this. I have a duplicate receptacle or a GFCI that I can choose from. Okay, I have a duplicate receptacle. I'm carrying a duplicate receptacle in my hand, gentlemen. Can you guys see that? And I'm bang, I got my duplicate receptacle attached to the wall. I have attached a couple of duplicate receptacle to the wall here and a couple of duplicate receptacle to the wall here. Can you guys see that? Now, welcome to power layout. We start power layout. Okay? Can you guys see that? We're starting our power layout. We're starting our power layout. We might have to move the furniture a little bit to get closer to that one. Okay, now, click. Did you guys drop a couple of receptacles on the wall? Click on the receptacle. Did you? Am I going too fast? Did you guys click a receptacle? Yes, no. Did you have one? One? Okay, got it? Okay. Okay. Then you drop the receptacle? Okay. Yeah, there you go. Device electrical fixtures. There you go. And now you're in. Please receptacle. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, right there. Perfect. You got that one. Of course, you got that one because you put on the other closet. Okay. Now we drop one receptacle. Again, I'm gonna walk you this for the way. That's it. You start laying out two receptacles. Now, where to drop the receptacle? You're gonna read the description. So, but before we dropped our receptacle, can you guys see that? Click on the receptacle. I want to bring to your attention when you click on it, that particular receptacle is an intelligent device. Karen, if you look at it, does your receptacle say 100 and 180 volt amp at 120? Can you guys see that when you click on it? Everybody can see that. If you try to wire this receptacle with a 208 voltage, guess what's going to tell you? You lost it. Or if you try to put 277 across this receptacle, you will tell you lost it. Literally, wouldn't allow you. Okay, here's my receptacle. When you click on it, I want to bring to your attention, guys, to very important. Can you guys see what the elevation is at the bottom? Can anybody read it? Matt, what's the elevation? A foot? 6 inches. That's a default. When you drop it, all the devices in the software, guys, have a default. Your default for receptacle 1.5 feet. If you want to change it, here's 1.5 feet for the most part. If you want to change it, that's when you change it. You go type there 10. And remember, if you type 10, it might shoot it above the ceiling and you might not be able to see it. So if I want to make this one, don't type 10 because of the ceiling. Say type, let's make it at 5. I want to make it at 5 and see. Now this device is sitting at 5 feet. This device is sitting at 5 feet. Can you guys see how interesting that one? We're working on the elevation. We're working on the elevation. Obviously, we don't want it at 5, so let's go keep it at what? A foot 6 inches, 1 foot 6 inches, 6 inches, and apply. And my device is coming at 6 foot, 6 foot, 1 foot 6 inches. We are ready to throw receptacles. We're ready to throw receptacles. Okay, one more time. You guys, Karen and Brian and all of you guys, you will spend most of your time under systems, electrical, and under electrical, you're going to find lighting fixtures. That's your fixture, your lights. Devices, that's all your receptacles, switches, and what's not. Equipment, that's your panels. And then wiring, we'll talk about wiring here. The most important thing really is the lighting fixture, the devices, and the equipment. Yes, sir. Stuck? What are we do? Now you're editing family. Okay, now click on this. Good, you're done. All right, very good point. Let me tell you one common issue that could happen to you. Now, can you guys see that device that I clicked on? If you double click on it, it will open this. That's what my friend happened. Oh, so what is that? This is editing the device. You don't want to be there. But if you decided you don't like the 3D view of this device or the voltage, you can double click on it and edit it. When you're done, do you guys remember how we did the tab block and we load to project? Then you load it to a project. We're not going to do this. So if you are in the situation like this, can you guys see this X here? Everybody can see that little X here. Cross that little X. This said you want to add, do whatever. No, I didn't do anything in it. It takes you back to the project. If you double click on any device, it will open the component editor. Component editor is editing devices, or the editing walls or ceilings, right? You don't want to be there unless you have a reason for being there. Cool? So that's basically your receptacle. So let me so I'm going to go right in here one more time into systems. That's how you call and equipment. Now insert, and okay, now I want to show you guys something. Systems and equipment, and let's go to devices, Singular Central. When you go to devices, these are all the devices. I'm going to expand this one a little bit. These are all the devices that comes under this category. Can you guys see GFCI? If you click on GFCI, you're holding a GFCI with you. Here's my GFCI, okay? The only, under devices, the only thing that you can get right now is GFCI and standard receptacle. Now, what happens if you need other things? This is so important, what I want to tell you guys. The software comes with certain families. They're loaded. What happens if you need more? We're going to get into loading families. Loading families is, Chad already have a bunch of families for you, and you need to go load them. So if you guys look, let me expand that one a little bit here and show you where things are. Can you see this view here? If you go all the way to the bottom, all the families that you have are here. Can you guys see them? To see what's in the project and what's not. If you go to the families, for example, let's go to electrical devices right here. Where did they go? Electrical fixtures. Under electrical fixtures, the only thing that I have right now is GFCI receptacle and standard receptacle. That's it. Under electrical equipment, the only thing I have under electrical equipment, I have a different type of dry type transformer, Ethernet, lighting panels, and 480 and 208. These are already loaded in your project. I can't emphasize. When you start laying out your light and receptacle and devices, you need to know what type of families do you have and what type of families do you need to import. And I know it's too much and I'm going to stop in literally 5 minutes. I guarantee you, because we're getting to the deep of the stuff. But before I leave that one, I want to emphasize one thing. That's how you find the families that you need to drop. Okay? So I'm just going to show you where the families are. Here's electrical. You can expand that transformer. Here's all the sizes of a transformer that you have in the system. So if I want this transformer, double click on this transformer. Oops. I want this transformer, and grab I got my transformer, so it should be able to place. So this is drag it. Drag, can you see? Drag, and I got my transformer in my hand right here. Can you guys see that? So escape. So if you can go find, two ways you can find them. You can come here, or you can go directly into the equipment here. So hey, here's panel, for example. Here's a panel, and here's a 100 amp panel. I would like to stick this 100 amp panel in my building. Drag it, hold and drag. Can you guys see hold and drag? Now you're holding in your hand, and now, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, you have your panel. So here's your panel. I have just inserted the panel. I like this one because you don't have to, you can hold and drag and drop. Okay? I like this one actually better than bringing him from here. Because if you go here, guys, if you go to equipment, you will see the same thing. Here's your equipment. Can you guys see that? They're all here. You see them on the equipment. But I personally really do like go under the can you see way at the bottom here? Under the families. That's how you find all of them. Very easy. Okay, so let's go to lighting devices. Here's my lighting devices. Look what I have right now. I have a circuit breaker, a dimmer, a door switch, a four-way switch, key operated, low voltage, pilot, single, 3, and timer. All these are inserted for you. Let's go to under lighting fixture. Here's the only lighting fixture that's inserted for you guys. Plain recessed lighting fixture right above your head, right here. Can you guys see 1x4 and 2x2 and 2x4? Different voltages. I want you to give me a thumbs up, Chad. We know exactly where to find the families, which is the symbols. Brian, you know, Adam, Karen. Okay. The last thing, I promise, the last thing is what happened if it's not there. We know how to find it. Now, if I want to switch, right here, here's my switch. Where's my switch? Single switch, drag that single switch, and gentlemen, you just got yourself a single switch. Oh, you know why it says created element are not visible? Remember, we turned the switch here off. It will tell you, hey, you're dropping something, but you can't see it. You already dropped it. So be careful when you drop something, and if you give this symbol, it's here, you are VV, we call it VV off. It's VV'd off. You can't see it because I'm in the power, remember. Okay, last thing. Now what happens if you can't find your stuff here? I want you guys to go to something called load families. So I'm going to go here, and please do this step with me. Here's my families. Now you do this step only if you can't find it in under families here. Okay, so insert load family. What does load family means? Bring the symbols from somewhere else, Chad. Load family. Did you guys click on load family? Do you remember how we did that one when we did the tab lock? Exactly. Load family. Okay, what type of family do you want, Chad? I have an annotation. I have cable trays. So you're going to look at the category, electrical. That's where you're going to spend a lot of time on electrical. Click on electrical. MEP, electrical power, distribution. And here's all the distribution families that you can load. And I know it sounds Greek to all of you here, but that's where we're going to spend a lot of time, guys, here. Fire alarm protection. Here's fire alarm protection. Sprinkler. Remember, this is multidiscipline. You're going to see a lot of stuff that related to you and not to you. The most important, we're going to spend a lot of time loading from the one that says electrical, and we know why, because we're electrical. So if you go to electrical, I don't know what architectural here. It's no distribution. I really don't know. So we'll try this one. We're going to go electrical, MEP, that's us. And okay, do you want information and communication, Chad? Yep, click on that one. What fire alarm? Bring it on. Here's all your fire alarm equipment. Okay, so I'm going to do one thing, and I want you guys just to load one thing, will you? Everybody's there. Go back all the way to electrical, and give me a thumbs up when you're there. Brian, everybody's there at electrical? Karen, okay. Double click on electrical. Go to MEP, mechanical, electrical, and plumbing. Go to electrical power. Go to distribution, and go get me an auto transfer switch. Can you guys see the auto transfer switch here? Everybody can see that? Click on it, or double click on it, or just click and open. Click and open. You have just loaded an auto transfer switch. Okay, let's go find it, right? We loaded it. Let's go find it. It was under electrical equipment. So can you guys see that? Here's electrical equipment. Here's the auto transfer switch family that I loaded. Can you guys see that? Can I have thumbs up, Chad? We see it. We loaded it. When I ask you to go load families for fixtures, that's what you're going to do. Loading families is bringing symbols from one location into my project. You only do it, Derek, I know you exhausted you. You only do it only if it does not exist in the project. Before you do that, search in your project right there with families. Let me go see if I can find it. If it's not there, instead of start throwing things at Chad and yelling, we can go load it. We can load from two locations, guys, when you load. You can load, almost always we're going to load from the Imperial Library. Can you guys see this is US Imperial Library? And I have families for you on the network that you're going to go and load from. And that's the last thing I want to do. So I'm going to say if I want to load from Chad's families. So I can go to desktop and go to ECDM. I believe I put them here. I think I did anyway. Go to your okay, the instructor folder. I thought instructor folder. Can you guys see what says Revit families here? Click on Revit families. You can have Revit family, industrial project, Revit family. You have 1, 2, 3 Revit families. Which one am I going to go to, Chad? You're going to depend on me to tell you. So we're going to use 2011, for example, has some families that we did, emergency, lighting fixture. These are families related to the project, guys, that we've designed, that you need them to complete your project, okay? When we reach the power, I will tell you where to go to load certain families. Can I have thumbs up, Chad? Is this enough for the day? Yes? Okay, thank you, guys. I hope I didn't overwhelm you.